Hello everyone, Steve here. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about GTA 6. Yeah, specifically, just giving my thoughts about it, as well as like the leaks. Yeah, as well as like the leaks, and also the bit of the controversy about like GTA 6 is going to be like the first game that's not going to have like any physical copies. But I will get to that later. Let me just generally like talk about. Let me just generally, yeah, give my reason why I'm talking about this. Simply, yeah. So the reason I'm talking about it is because of like there's been a lot of news with like GTA 6 coming out, which yeah GTA 6 in the form of like the leaks as well as the about as well as the news of course of GTA 6 is gonna be like the first game that's not gonna have like any physical copies, which has been getting a lot of attention of course from both from people both gamers and non gamers alike, and yeah well first it's yeah well first Yeah, well, first it was pretty much the announcement that GTA 6 is gonna be like the first game that's gonna have like, no like no physical copies at all. Like it's gonna be the first like game where like essentially you don't really own it, more so that the company does, which has pretty much like I don't know upset a lot of gamers simply because of like due to pretty much of like yeah, because like Sony's pretty much taking the same playbook as like Nintendo. Oh, that being the form of like that being like the company will essentially own the game. You won't essentially own a physical copy of the game, or you won't really own like a physical copy of the game in the form of like a disc or either like a disc or a little chipsing or whatever for you to play your game. Pretty much instead you have to buy it digitally at like the shop up of course, which I know is usually which I know we live in an age where like most people like buy things digitally anymore and not really buy physical things anymore. However, what makes this different, of course, is like, that being, of course, that GTA yeah, as I stated, GTA 6 is not gonna have like, any physical copies at all. But more importantly, fans, yeah, generally people are upset by it because of like, because simply, because simply the company can easily just take away the game if they wanted to, and it would be, and yeah, and there won't be a way for people to actually play it, which is upsetting a lot. And sure, of course. Well, usually for like physical copies, of course, it doesn't matter, of course, if you don't have access to the internet or generally anything. As long as you have like I don't know a disc, of course, of your favorite game, as well as like a console and as well as like as well as like electricity, of course, you can just play the game pretty much. But with the new announcement of like GTA 6 is gonna be like the first game without any physical copies, fans are not like have a fan of it, and it's not just gonna be GTA 6. It's gonna be like other games as well later on in the future. So yeah, that. But yeah, well that's that. And then there's also the new leaks of course of GTA 6, which I haven't seen. Simply because of like I don't want to really spoil myself or anything. Like I've already seen like the trailer for it, and as well as like some of the cutscenes. Well, the trailer for it. Yeah, the first trailer of GTA 6, and that's it. Like I haven't really seen any of the leaks, and I kind of don't really want to, simply because kind of wait. I'd rather like wait until like we get like more information, of course, from Rockstar Studios rather than seeing the leaks pretty much. Even if some of them are like pretty old, back from like 2023. Like yeah, but like Rockstar Studios not looking not having it. Like they straight up and said, of course, anyone that dares to like leak any part to the game, of course, even if it's old, of course, they're gonna straight up like find them, of course, and just and both sue them and also probably like torture them in the worst way possible too. So yeah, but and I have well yeah, of course I haven't seen them and I kind of don't really want to. So yeah, there's that pretty much. And all I've heard from people, of course, about the leaks saying like yeah, about the leaks that being in the form of like the story, gameplay, and like so on. Said it's like really good, of course, and they can't wait to see the finished result once GTA 6 comes out. So that yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much that for the leak. Yeah, and I believe there's still like more leaks coming out from like from hackers, of course, who pretty much like protesting GTA protesting in the yeah of like leaking bits of information about GTA 6, of course, as for for pretty much for yeah pretty much for Sony, of course, not gonna make GTA 6 like the only like game that doesn't have any physical copies at all. So yeah, so that's like two of the things that have been going on pretty much. But I guess I can give my thoughts about it pretty much, and that as well as GTA 6 as a whole pretty much. To be honest, like I'm not really as excited like for like GTA 6 compared to other people. Like sure, I didn't know the course like they were gonna make a GTA 6 at some point. I just didn't really know. I just didn't really expect it would just take this long. And then also like I don't know. Then also I feel like the hype for it. Or I don't think people are still hyped for it. For me, I feel the hype for it kind of died for me pretty much. Simply because like they're taking their time pretty much, developing the game pretty much, which is a long time pretty much. Uh, that and then also I kind of been focused with like other stuff, so I haven't really have time to like see what's going on with like with like any like developments and yeah, in developmental stuff. So yeah, but I still want to see the game of course. Once it finally comes out, see what's it like pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, because I am a big fan of the GTA series as well as both GTA as well as the as well as Red Dead Redemption, which both amazing games. And bless you, my bad. And I can't wait to see, of course, of like because I know like I think GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 are like two of like Rockstar's like most praised games, and I can't wait to see like what type of like small little details and like and like things they add to like GTA 6. So yeah, but generally overall, my excitement to it is not as high compared to other people, but I still want to see the game nevertheless. And generally, that's all I have to say for today's video. Yeah, I just want to make this video, of course, talking about GTA 6 as well as like yeah, as well as your guys' thoughts on it as well. So I'm pretty much done for the day. Hope you guys have a splendid day. Yeah, a splendid day. And I'm actually gonna finish up. Yeah, the last. Yeah. I'm currently watching Ghost and Panzer. Specifically, yeah. I already finished watching that movie 1, 2, and 3, as well as the little OVA for it. And I'm gonna watch like part 4. And so far, I'm really liking the series. Um, I'm so far, pretty much liking the series so far. I actually did not expect I'd be into like, girls, high school girls driving tanks, very seriously. But anyways, that's enough with that. Hope you guys have a splendid day. I'm pretty much out. Bye bye.